Growing up in the South, I learned values: hard work, family, faith, responsibility, concern for others. It's time to restore the dignity of work in America. That's why I've offered a plan to get this economy moving again and to create good jobs. And we must break the cycle of welfare dependency. We need to provide more education and training and child care and medical services. But then we must insist that when people can work, they must work. I want to end welfare as we know it and restore dignity and self-esteem to every American. I want to thank all of you in New Hampshire on behalf of my wife and my daughter and I for taking us into your homes and your hearts, for giving us a listening ear, for sharing your problems and your pain, your hopes and your dreams. I've done everything I could to bring before you an aggressive national economic strategy that will renew a sense of common purpose and give us all a chance to win again as Americans. I've done everything I could to explain to you that I spent 11 long years on the firing line making the decisions America needs to make today. How can we put our house in order and get good jobs and educate our people and provide health care and solve social problems and pull our country together to compete and win again? I hope you'll take a few more moments to look at this tape and to carefully ponder your decision. I want to be your president. I want you to be Americans. I want to renew the American dream. Together we can do that.
Born in a small town called Hope, Arkansas. The son of a widow who taught him that anything was possible with hard work, faith, and determination. This is the real story of Bill Clinton. He worked his way through Georgetown and Yale Law School, became a Rhodes Scholar, and then set out to make a difference for others. In one of the poorest states in our country, and against all odds, made progress. First, he tackled the schools, standards, accountability, smaller class sizes, and now the highest graduation rate in the region. Built the economy, one of the highest growth rates in new jobs of any state in the nation. Manufacturing jobs created at 10 times the national rate. It isn't a miracle, it's just progress, and a bit of hope. Common people. He's very believable. It's not just rhetoric. If I were George Bush, I'd be scared. Bill Clinton can win.
I'm running because I can't stand what's happening to my country and to the hard-working people who've always made it great. For more than 10 years, the American people have been governed by folks who only looked at the short run and the quick buck, who were too greedy for themselves and their special interest friends. Now the middle class is going downhill, even though it's working harder and poverty is exploding. Even the Japanese Prime Minister said he felt sympathy for the United States. There's nothing wrong with our people. It's our leaders who failed us. I got into politics to change people's lives for the better. And for 11 years, I've worked to do that, for better jobs and better education, for health care, to solve social problems. Those are the things we need in a president today. We've got to put our own house in order and restore the middle class, reduce poverty, bring this country together again. I've got a fine national economic strategy for the short and the long run. But in the end, a plan is just a piece of paper. To make it change lives, you need leadership and vision and action. That's been the work of my life, and that's why I'm running for president. The people of New Hampshire know better than anyone. America's in trouble. Our people are really hurting. In the 80s, the rich got richer, the middle class declined, poverty exploded. Politicians in Washington raised their pay and pointed fingers, but no one took responsibility. It's time we had a president who cares, who takes responsibility, who has a plan for change. I'm Bill Clinton, and I believe you deserve more than 30-second ads or vague promises. That's why I've offered a comprehensive plan to get our economy moving again, to take care of our own people and regain our economic leadership. It starts with a tax cut for the middle class and asks the rich to pay their fair share again. It includes national health insurance, a major investment in education, training for our workers, tough trade laws, and no more tax breaks for corporations to move our jobs overseas. Take a look at our plan and let me know what you think. I hope you'll join us in this crusade for change. Together, we can put government back on the side of the forgotten middle class and restore the American dream.
You're looking at the results of years of Republican neglect, the highest unemployment in 8 years. The Republicans actually stalled the extension of unemployment benefits, blocked a middle-class tax cut that would help the economy, cut Medicare for senior citizens, and tried to reduce college loans. The Republican leadership, a record of failure, the highest unemployment in 8 years, the worst economic record since the Great Depression. Aren't you ready to say enough is enough? Vote Democratic for a change.
Government just isn't working for the hard-working families of America. We need fundamental change, not more of the same. That's why I've offered a comprehensive plan, a real plan to rebuild America. create 8 million new jobs, invest in education and job training, ensure quality, affordable health care for all. We're going to ask the rich to pay their fair share so the rest of America can finally get a break. A plan to put government back on your side. Read it yourself. Together we can make America work again.
There's something new going around. It's moving through our towns and cities, taking the back roads and the highways, touching people wherever it goes. It's called hope, and it's coming your way.